Konnichiwa, bitch.
Listen, man, if y'all thought I was not going to return for this album right here, you're absolutely crazy. I take full credit for this album dropping back in 2020. I said, hey, listen, JPEGMAFIA, Danny Brown, it needs to happen. Lo and behold, 3 years later, all I'm saying is, I know what's up. Anyways, Scaring the Hose by JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown. I don't know what to expect. This is going to be the most unpredictable release ever. Two of the most weirdest artists in hip-hop today, you know what I mean? These two artists have made some of the most groundbreaking, you know, genre-pushing albums to date. Danny Brown with Atrocity Exhibition, and you also have, you know, XXX earlier in his career. And then JPEGMAFIA, his last 3 albums have, like, been some of the greatest, like, hip-hop music I've ever heard in my life. Like, he is something else. That's all I gotta say, you know what I mean? Hearing these two collab on Danny Brown's last album, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, even though those tracks weren't so explosive, crazy, I've just felt like their chemistry for those tracks were just so good as it is. I'm like, listen, bro, the collab album just gotta happen, right? And now here we are, these two coming together. I don't know what we got going on here, but listen, I'm here for it, no matter what. Without further ado, man, let's get right into this. I have heard the 2 singles, but like once. First track we got is Lean Beef Patty. Like the TikToker? Like the swole woman? Hey, y'all do you. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyways, let's get it. No shit. Okay, alright, what we got?
First off, fuck Elon Musk, $8 too much, this that's expensive.
Already? Oh my god! Papa John! Ooh. Damn! Elon to A in a week. Alright, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we got a minute and a half. Where's Danny? Oh, right here. I cannot hear him. Well, that was quite the opening track. Listening to that in full blast is quite crazy. I really like the elements to that track, and then there's some elements that are like interesting. Guarantee 100% people are going to be complaining about the mix. 100%. Listen, the mix isn't good. Don't get me wrong, the mix is not good, but performances are pretty dope. I can't even lie, like from what I could barely hear from Danny, for how short and like abrupt that track was to start out, the chemistry is there, even though it does feel like a Danny Brown feature than anything, but still, I like that track. That was actually a very crazy explosive opener. Alright, let's get to the next track, Step a Pig.
Uncut with that top side, my brain fried. Don't do drugs, had 2 plugs, 1 test died. Other clothes that ran a slow? Ain't no way. God is loving this shit for me.
Okay.
Top over, my dog gave me an extra 3.
Huh.
You ain't never seen Brown, got a 1 extra, like the BBC.
Backing this bitch with the dope, she backing it up for a gram. Baby,
okay.
I do nothing with hope. I'ma try Molly and Zan. Try to get me the ghost. Boy, you ain't Kai when touching you banned. 90 degrees with a coat.
Nah, he's crazy. Golly. This beat taking me to another dimension. Oh my word.
They don't even come outside, don't even see man's late night like Conan.
Dang, that's crazy. He's talking about radio music users.
Still pretty, still touring. Still pretty out boring. I don't think with you niggas like Hogan.
Man, Peggy keeps on pushing the boundaries for production, man. Like, the sample flips, this shit that I've never heard before, and it always blows my mind every single time I hear it. That was a very much fleshed out track, unlike the first track, that's for damn sure. I do wish Danny Brown had, like, more contributions to it, but, like, that was still a very good track, too. Next track we got is, the title track, Scaring the Hose. Oh, God. They record clapping on the iPhone? Like, what's going on here?
Stop scaring the hoes. Play that shit out and touch their toes. We don't wanna hear that real shit no more. What the fuck is that? Give me the Mars call. The bitches, how the fuck you supposed to make money off this shit? You wanna be an MC? What the fuck you?
They can't pop in that old man flow. What an auto-tune that.
Okay. Okay. Catch up, oh man. This is shit dirty. This is crazy. Bro, this is like, I can't talk. I just can't. What is going on? This is the one. This is the best track so far. Everything was on point on that track. Even Danny Brown's first verse, very weirdly mixed. It definitely meshed in well with the fucking beat once it started to kick off. God, man, the energy on that track was ruthless. That's like the 2023 version of Radio Song. Everything about that was just so, like, out there, so left field. It was definitely, that shit caught me off guard, but in, like, the best way possible. Next track we got is Garbage Pail Kids. You playing Super Mario? What's going on here?
Niggas don't rap no more, they just sell clowns. So I should probably quit and start a line of bad flow. If I'm that nigga, should probably back the stone cold. They generate working up with no membership.
That is vintage Danny Brown right there.
Eat your ass like I'm cannabis. I show up on your
That's crazy. Nah. What? Yo, this is disgusting. What?
This nigga ain't on my league and they right in the head. Well, pull your daddy out his cat. Shoulda did, shoulda, coulda, woulda, ass nigga. Why the fuck you ain't get it? The way that you talk, somebody should be missing my boy. And over 30, get your ass beat. We see that. Come on, bro.
I like that track. I don't love it, mostly just due to the fact that, again, the mixing and mastering. I shouldn't even say mixing at all, because mixing is more instrumental than anything, so mastering has a lot to do with vocals, so the mastering is not good at all. And I can say that with every single track up to this point, it's that way. So that's that, and then also the beat was pretty, it was cool. What I really like about that track is Danny's first verse and how aggressive Peggy was in his second verse. It's pretty decent for what it brings. I really, really like the aggression that both of them bring. Next track we got is Fentanyl Tester. Yeah, definitely gonna need that after this album. Dear God.
You know, I'm just saying, man. It's the card to drop a
Simple milkshake? What the fuck?
Spit a rap on the numero 8. Put together like Vanity Kane. Fucking feeling I'm stuck in my ways.
What is this? I don't even know how to react to
I wanna
this.
rock right now. You get hit, you gon' sing like Bilal. Back it up. See that bitch, I'm acting up. Cause I'm right.
Put you to the maximum. I do what I want to. Stay, yeah, ain't no accident. Mashing them, knocking on the first go when you want. Lost out here, can't find no home. Going out, so tap in. I'm about to take you for what's been so buckle up.
Oh, this shit gonna go crazy at a show.
I don't wanna see you jump around.
This flip is nuts. This is nuts. Hey, listen. JPEG, hey, listen, I'm gonna need you to produce, like, a dance album, you know what I mean? Some house, like, hey. Flipping Milkshake is not something I would expect to happen, like, right now. And, yeah, it happened. Next track we got is BURFICT. Oh, this is the leak that I heard last year. How's this sound now?
Nigga, you bet not go. But you better go. Okay. I see what you're doing.
Hey.
Game up like a Roman. Step up. Ay. It sounds like some do.
Hey. This version's Rebound. Crazy. Lightning in a bottle on this track, man. Holy crap. Civilians be thinking we are ops.
Give me that fruit, give me that bar bread, take out the juice. I feel like Trump when I step in the booth.
Oh my gosh. Next track we got is Shut Your Bitch Ass Up / Muddy Waters. Alright, let's get it.
Shut the fuck up talking to me.
I don't rap circles round niggas, I do figure eights. Ring free and niggas in the race. Lights, camera, action, close the slate. When tables turn, I'm making records break. You satire, campfires to Al-Qaeda. I'm like the only lighter in Rikers. You're vampires, always biting and suckers. From a fat bitch saying no more McDonald's I come from. And I work with violence to see the daddy home, they all my son.
What do we got going on here?
Forgive me, Father, for slaying Suki through muddy waters. Forgive they daughters, they barking at me. I'm hard talking. These drugs you feel like Shia LaBeouf and all these problems. You smack your bitch up like Prodigy when you deal with darling.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got nothing to say. Let's keep it pushing. I'll keep my thoughts to the end, man. I'll keep my thoughts to the end. Next track we got is Orange Juice Jones. Let's get it.
You think you know me? 100 times before.
She just took my soul out of my body. I'm like this,
She just took my soul out of my body. That's crazy.
I can't tell. She keep looking at me, okay, let me see the decal. That Casamigos got her taco dripping on the floor. If the miss your people,
No, he did not just say that. That is wild.
I've been drinking all day. Okay, now I can't even stand up.
This beat is amazing.
Sang with us, them niggas can't hang with us. My bitch getting lit, she tricking up angels, entangled up.
When Peggy gets in the soulful bag, yeah, it touches the soul, that's for damn sure. Oh my word. Yeah, and I like how most of that track, now we're getting some balance, because the first half it was mostly Peggy. That track was like damn near a whole Danny Brown track. So next track we got is Kingdom Hearts Key, featuring Red Veil. Okay, we got Red Veil up in here. Wow. This beat is gonna be nuts. I already feel it.
You got money, you don't gotta think. I was chilling one time, this bang. Let the app now get what you things on my screen. I'm addicted to hating on me. Don't know what it takes, do not ever change. Hold your body to stay, I'ma sing. Ketamine got me singing like 10. It's just like a pill, I feel like I'm chased.
Wow, this beat is crazy.
Vanity came. People scared to put in work. You won't take an L, so you take a name. I'm a foul, I'm shooting a tray. This year I triple my cars. I beat you with the pick with your name.
What to do like easy, can't see me, they all get queasy. Moving on up like George Henry's. Free vibes, think I'm on suffocate. Some of that shit don't care with the sight. Go and get us.
Need his vocals tuned up a little bit. Okay, well we got Young Red Veil on here.
Throwing my elbow with this shit, they on me like Velcro. All I need is a cell phone, I'ma get what I want. Fly, watch, smell like put in the job, get up out this fucking my ear, you don't know. Doing the tricks that with you.
I like that track. I think it's actually a very great track. It could have been even better if the mastering was better. The performances were good. They just need a tune-up. Like, I didn't even realize that Red Veil was there until halfway through his verse. That beat is heavenly. That beat is amazing. That might be my favorite beat on the album. Like, that was insane. It was so ethereal and crazy. That could have been even greater than it was, to be honest. It's still a great track, don't get me wrong. I actually generally love that track. I love just the beat alone, but it could have been, man, it could have been that one, you know what I mean? Next track we got is God Loves You. Oh, we going back to church. Let's get it. Hey.
Legs in the air, scream hallelujah. Make us work that whole wall. Oh my God. Pull that camera out, let's make a movie. Huh. The fucking like the 12 disciples. Hold my balls like a joint in the cross. Let's send it back, but I know y'all that. I eat that apple bottom. Steak in the grass, gon' shake that ass. Like you sweat, I'ma make it.
Wow. Going. Next track we got is Run the Jewels.
I feel like boom, torn a ride, angry and short, willing to die. Most my haters scared won't come outside. It's making me cry.
Oh my gosh. Man, why isn't this track longer? This track is very underdeveloped, unfortunately. Alright, next track we got is the Jack Harlow combo meal. Oh my god. What is Peggy gonna flip? Is he gonna flip What's Poppin'? Like, what's going on here? Wow. 3 seconds in, it's already better than Jack Harlow's whole discography.
Stuff when I beat my phone that hoe like Sarah right now. Everything about was wrong. Got big pockets like a Batman car. Hold up, watch out. Nigga, I'm about to go nuts. Oh, I'm back and down, niggas can't stand it. Hold up, calm down. Nigga, just take a deep breath. Brand new. Everything I wear is vintage. About to run up on you. Take your spot. Man, I can't fuck with y'all niggas. Y'all let Jack Harlow sell y'all chick.
Oh my god.
Praise. You get used to these crackers accusing you when you black is a regular thing.
Alright, next track we got is Ho, Heaven on Earth. Let's get it.
But she's so perfect and bad, and I love her, she's shaking that ass. Go ahead,
Wow.
girl, put the freak, you the flash. Why did these bodies start with me? They don't got moves, don't got beats, don't got heart like me. Taking it down till she feel like it's us, and we feel like a slut. You know that they ain't no hard hitter. I feel like AP could just sell the whole world. Keep one eye open like sleep with the.
This beat is... What on earth? How we wrapping this up, man? This was quite the ride. Holy wow. Alright, final track. Where you get your coke from? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh my god.
4-5 in a flow seat. And if you know, then you know you'll know me. I'm waiting for my eyes to come, they better show me.
What on earth?
off top on your bitch like Darby. I fuck your bitch, you fuck my bitch, that's in the
I'm a failed chemistry experiment. Took some acid playing Jimmy or you experience. Once the big bitch don't know her name, but I won't get into it. Honey on the nightstand, cause I'm so generous. The last time
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I can't. What are you saying? Danny Brown's killing this. I just wish I could hear him. Alright, there you have it. Scaring the Hose by JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown. This was a very good to great project, I feel like. This is pretty much, it met my expectations, in all honesty. I knew we were going to get something crazy going into this, and we definitely did. I will talk about the positives first. What I like is that they didn't forsake anything about them individually, you know, artistically. They both meshed in very well. Peggy has some of the craziest sample flips I've ever heard. This man flipped Milkshake in the most weird, creative way I've ever heard, and I love it. You know, I think his production really matches Danny Brown's very manic and nonsensical flows and raps very well. Like, you get tracks like Shut Your Bitch Ass Up and Garbage Pail Kids and Orange Juice Jones that is literally like vintage Danny Brown. Like I said, they just mesh so well together, and you can definitely tell that they're together in the studio making this. 100%. They actually took their time and really tried to flesh out this whole world that, you know, Peggy built himself. At times it does feel like a Peggy featuring Danny Brown project, especially in like the first half. But once we get into the second half, that's where Danny Brown really shines. For the beats and for the raps that I could hear, this was really good, and it's everything that I expected and everything I wanted. Peggy's doing Peggy, Danny's doing Danny. It's just a great combination, you know what I mean? Until we get into the biggest issue of this project, and that is the engineering. Mastering of this project is... it's horrendous. I can't even lie. I can't even hold you. Like, it's bad. It just sounds like they didn't take enough time and really try to tune everybody up to make this as perfect as possible. It's kind of like, okay, we got the songs done, let's just throw it out there. You know what I mean? We got a bunch of projects coming out this year, let's just do it. And yeah, it just feels like they didn't take enough time. I feel like a lot of producers and, you know, artists just feel like mastering is a 24-hour thing. It's not. It could take months. Crazy to hear, like, when you can tell someone didn't take enough time in a certain aspect, and that's what it definitely feels like. Now, some people are going to definitely be like, but don't you like some rap songs? Don't you like Igor, for an example? And it's like, you gotta understand, there's a difference between bad mixing that had an intention, you know what I mean, that fits a certain aesthetic. Like Igor, freaking the last track is clipping, you know what I mean? The last track is literally clipping, and you know the rest of Igor, like, you know how Tyler sounds all over that project. It's well-intentioned, you know what I mean? And you can definitely tell the time that he put in to really master, okay, this is how he wants it to sound. This just feels like it was just not enough time was put into it. And even, you know, Peggy and Danny in the past, like, their mixes haven't been A1, like, definitely not Peggy. For sure. Even then, like, you can tell the differences between that and this. More time was put into this project on the engineering side. I would have, like, thought this album is, like, peak. Like, 100%. But for right now, for what it is and what I'm listening to, it's a really good project. I really do enjoy it. I like what they're offering on here. Good combination, you know what I'm saying? But man, there's some areas where I just cannot hear Danny or Peggy or the one feature on here, Red Veil. I didn't even notice him until halfway through the verse. It's a good, I'd even say great project, but it could have been even greater than it actually was. Like it was a missed opportunity. Now I can cope and say Peggy could do, you know, a Life of Pablo type deal and, like, you know, go back and fix the mastering. It's not hard. It's actually a pretty quick fix to do. Hey, for right now, I'm not going to cope, you know what I mean? I'm just going to look at it for what it is, and yeah, mastering kind of sucks on this project. But all around, like, mastering aside, this album's still pretty fun for what it delivers, for sure. Those are my thoughts. I'll leave it at that. Good album. Could have been greater, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Definitely an experience, and I can't wait to see where, you know, Peggy goes from here. I know he has a few albums dropping this year, and Danny has, you know, the sequel to Triple X coming too, so I'm all for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe for more, bell icon for notifications, all that jazz, and yeah, let's see you on the next one. Peace.